They start off sweet, attentive, different. They say the right things, make you feel seen, make you believe. This time, it's not like before. So you let your guard down. You open up. You give. And slowly, the shift begins. The kindness fades. The confusion sets in. And once again, you're walking on eggshells, shrinking, second-guessing yourself. You ask, how did I end up here again? Why do I keep choosing people who hurt me? Is this just what love looks like for me? You blame yourself. Tell yourself you should have seen it coming, should have known better, should have left earlier. But none of that changes the truth. You didn't choose pain on purpose. You chose what felt familiar. And here's the hardest part. Purple Circle, it didn't feel like danger at first. Purple Circle, it felt like home. Because when chaos is your childhood, calm feels suspicious. And when love was always conditional, you chase people who make you earn it. Not because you want the pain, but because your body is trying to resolve a wound it never got to finish. If you've ever been drawn to people who mistreat you, stayed even when you knew better, confused anxiety for chemistry, craved love that came with rejection, you're not broken. You're repeating a pattern that your nervous system calls normal. It's not about who they are. It's about what your body still believes love should feel like. In the next topic, I'll explain exactly how this pattern forms, how trauma wires your attraction, and why you keep walking toward what once hurt you, hoping it'll finally love you back. Because this isn't about weakness. It's about survival memory, and it can be rewritten. You don't chase people who hurt you because you're weak. You chase them because, somewhere deep inside, your body believes this is what love feels like. Not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Let's go back. Imagine a little girl. She doesn't get hit. She's not starved. No one screams all day. So she assumes she had a normal childhood. But what she did get was love that only showed up when she behaved. Affection that disappeared when she made a mistake. Parents who were there, but emotionally unavailable. Approval, but only when she suppressed her emotions. A home where silence was the only safe emotion. And so, her nervous system learned. To feel seen, I must shrink. To be loved, I must earn it. Connection is always unstable. I'm too much when I'm real. Now fast forward to adulthood. Someone comes along. They're distant, a little cold, unavailable. But something about them lights her up inside. Not because it's healthy, not because it's good, but because it matches the emotional temperature of her past. Here's the science behind it. Your nervous system doesn't seek what's good for you. It seeks what's familiar. And if your early template of love was tension, inconsistency, guilt, walking on emotional eggshells, then safe, steady love will feel boring, fake, even triggering, because it doesn't match the rhythm your body memorized. So you reject it, even if it's everything you said you wanted. And here's what's worse. When someone truly sees you, you panic, because the real you, with needs, emotions, boundaries, was never loved back then. So a part of you whispers, if I show them who I am, they'll leave too. That part is trying to protect you. But in doing so, it keeps you trapped in pain that looks like love. This is not your fault. This is your body trying to make sense of a childhood that lacked emotional safety. And the people you're drawn to, they're not your destiny. They're your mirror. In the next topic, I'll tell the story of someone who kept falling into this exact cycle, until one confrontation shattered the illusion of "this is just who I love," and she finally saw it for what it was: unfinished pain dressed as chemistry. Her name was Elisa. She always fell for the same type: charming, mysterious, a little cold, emotionally hard to reach. And every time, she told herself, "This one is different. I can handle it. I'm just not going to mess it up this time." But it always ended the same: confusion, tears, blaming herself, begging for clarity she never got, trying to prove her worth to someone who made her feel invisible. The last one hurt the most. He wasn't violent. He wasn't cruel. He just disappeared emotionally. Every time she needed reassurance, he pulled back. Every time she opened up, he got quiet. Every time she asked for more, he gave her less. But he never fully left. So she stayed, chasing breadcrumbs, calling it intimacy. One night, after another silent dinner and another fight she didn't start, she curled up on the bathroom floor and whispered, "Why do I keep doing this to myself?" And in that stillness, something surfaced, a memory she hadn't visited in years. She was 6, crying in her room. Her dad had ignored her all day. She peeked through the door, hoping for a glance, a word, a sign she still mattered. She didn't get one. So she wiped her tears and went to the kitchen smiling like nothing happened. That night, he told her she was a good girl. She felt seen, but only when she disappeared emotionally. Back in the present, Elisa gasped, "I'm not falling in love. I'm repeating my wound." It hit her like lightning. She wasn't addicted to love. She was addicted to earning attention from people who didn't know how to give it freely, because that was the only love she ever learned to chase. That moment didn't fix everything, but it broke the trance. She stopped calling him, stopped explaining herself, stopped trying to make confusion feel like chemistry. And when someone kind came along, someone who was warm, available, open, her first instinct was to run. But she stayed, not because she was sure, but because she was done letting her trauma pick her partners. If you see yourself in Elisa, if you've ever mistaken emotional distance for mystery, or silence for depth, or rejection for desire, you're not broken. You're unfinished. But you get to choose a different ending. In the next topic, I'll show you how to stop choosing pain, how to teach your body what safe love feels like, and how to build the kind of connection you didn't grow up with, but absolutely deserve. You can't just tell yourself, "Next time, I'll choose better." Because attraction doesn't start in the mind. It starts in the body. And your body has been trained to feel safe in chaos. So healthy love feels wrong, foreign, fake. But that can change if you're willing to retrain what love means to your nervous system. 1. Start noticing who makes you calm, not just excited. Real love doesn't start with anxiety, or butterflies, or chaos. It starts with peace. Who makes your shoulders drop? Who lets you breathe slower? Who doesn't make you guess where you stand? That's safety. And that's where love lives. But first, you have to stop calling peace boring. 2. Recognize the red flags you keep explaining away. You know them. Inconsistency. Mixed signals. You always initiating. Feeling like you're too much when you have needs. Stop justifying them. If you're confused all the time, That's the answer. Real love doesn't create puzzles. It creates clarity. 3. Speak your needs early, even if it scares you. The people who run away when you express yourself? Let them go. They're not your loss. They're your filter. Safe love begins with self-honesty. And the ones who can't handle that were never meant to hold your heart. 4. Break the fantasy of fixing them. You are not a rehabilitation center. You are not a therapist. You are not a savior. You don't need to earn love by healing someone's wounds. That's not intimacy. That's emotional labor dressed as romance. Choose connection over caretaking. Mutuality over martyrdom. 5. Train your body to trust stillness. If stillness feels uncomfortable, don't run. Sit with it. Put your hand over your heart and say, love doesn't have to hurt. Peace is not punishment. I can feel safe without the storm. Practice that until your body no longer flinches at consistency. You can still feel drawn to the chaos, but you don't have to follow it anymore. You can still feel sparks with people who confuse you. But now you pause and ask, is this excitement? Or is this old pain wearing a new face? In the next topic, I'll guide you through a visualization to help your nervous system stop chasing pain and start receiving the kind of love that doesn't hurt. Because the love you crave shouldn't come at the cost of your peace. Close your eyes. Take a slow, full breath in. And exhale like you're letting go of the last time you chased someone who couldn't hold you. Again. Inhale for who you were. Exhale for who you're becoming. Let your breath say, I don't need to earn love anymore. Now imagine this. You are standing in a quiet space. There are 2 doors in front of you. The first one is worn down. The handle is familiar. You know exactly how it feels inside. Excitement, followed by confusion. Intensity, followed by silence. Affection, followed by ache. You've walked through it 1,000 times. And you always leave more empty than you arrived. You touch the handle. And whisper, not this time. Now you look to the second door. It's simple. Soft light spills from underneath. You've never walked through it before. Because peace doesn't call your name loudly. But it's there. Waiting. Patient. You take a breath. Place your hand on the knob. And say, even if I don't recognize this kind of love yet, I am open to learning it. You step through. Inside, it's quiet. Not empty, just calm. No pressure. No performance. Just space to be. Someone stands in the room. They see you fully. They don't flinch at your emotions. They don't shrink from your truth. They don't need you to be smaller to feel secure. They smile and say, you don't have to prove yourself here. You don't have to chase me. You just have to show up. And this time, you believe them. Not completely. Not all at once. But enough to stay. Now place your hand over your chest. Breathe in. Feel your heart beating. Say, I no longer chase pain, hoping it will love me. I no longer confuse anxiety with passion. I'm ready to be loved without disappearing. I am not too much. I was just with too little. Let those words soften you. Let them anchor you. Let them become a new truth your body starts to trust. If this video gave you clarity, relief, or even a single exhale, please like it, share it, and subscribe. This space is for women who are done being hurt and ready to be held. You're not broken. You're rewiring. And real love isn't loud, cruel, or distant. Real love feels like this. Safe, still, and finally, yours.